So I will introduce Frances Ju, ARTEMIS CUBESAT kit, a low-cost spaceflight-ready 1U CubeSat in educational materials in the public domain.
So, hey everyone, I'm Dr. Frances Zhu. I go by Frankie. I'm an assistant professor at the University of Hawaii. I'll present on behalf of my wonderful team on our project, the ARTEMIS CubeSat kit. The ARTEMIS CubeSat kit is a low-cost, spaceflight-ready 1U CubeSat kit that comes with educational materials in the public domain. So on the top right, you'll see a CAD or computer-aided design of the guts of our kit. And on the bottom right is a glamour shot of the kit as built. So we were motivated to create a kit with these three features: that it is low cost, spaceflight ready, and open source. Sorry, just checking the chat. The open source design promotes accessibility, technological progress, and adoption. The low-cost hardware is a solution to the problem of making these kits accessible to more classrooms, as educational funds are historically very limited. The spaceflight-ready hardware distinguishes us from other educational kits and augments the educational experience. We designed this kit to be NASA GEV's and NanoRacks requirements for low Earth orbit, but the kit could also act as a suborbital payload or tabletop demo. So just to clarify that jargon, we designed this CubeSat to adhere to all kind of standards that are in the way to getting into low Earth orbit. The mechanical, electrical, and software components are aimed to be easy to interface. Here is a feature sheet that we give to people who are interested in using the kit. The CubeSat kit has a baseline payload of a small camera, but we want other teams to swap out that payload and fill that about quarter unit of volume with a payload that satisfies a mission of their interest. And for those who are not familiar with CubeSats, this particular form factor, a U or unit, is 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. It's about the size of a tissue box. So we've got three different boards in there that control the spacecraft. The BeagleBone Black is one of them. It's our computational workhorse for more ambitious missions. The Pi Cubed is our lower level controller for low power routine functionality. The Raspberry Pi Zero is specifically to interact with our camera up there. We have dynamic sensors like a GPS, an inertial measurement unit, or IMU, coarse sun sensors, and dynamic actuators like torque coils embedded in the solar panels, which are not shown in this anatomical view. Our communications system is a HOPE RF UHF transceiver and a deployable monopole antenna that we've made out of material like tape measure. Our electrical power system includes solar cells on 4 panels and a 50 watt-hour lithium-ion battery pack, outputting 3.3, 5, and 12 volts. The structure that encapsulates all of these electronics is machined aluminum, and the total cost breakdown of the parts is seen on the right. So at cost, we have the CubeSat can be built for less than $2,500. The other aspect of this project is the spacecraft mission design curriculum and course materials. So I personally was very involved in creating this curriculum and online course. It's one of my teaching requirements. So this course was geared towards undergraduates with no prior aerospace engineering experience. So I'm thinking about potentially community college students or lower level undergraduates at a 4-year university. On the bottom, we have a diagram of the progression of the course, starting with context around the spacecraft. So here we have the history and motivation of space exploration, the space environment, orbital mechanics, systems engineering, and then the constituents of a CubeSat or any other spacecraft. So the different subsystems in theory. And then what's unique about this project is the kit augments the theory by providing a hands-on lab. So we weave in between theoretical chapters, and then applying hands-on lab modules to apply that knowledge. So we then end on the right side with integration and testing of the spacecraft and the next steps towards launching a spacecraft. Here's a snapshot of the online course material. The guided course materials are all in a Google Drive, where I have a spreadsheet for the progression of course activities and assignments, topics that I'll cover, and a repository for different lectures. And you'll see a snapshot of lecture on the bottom left. The textbook table of contents is given here and is hosted on an online platform called Pressbooks. We've collaborated with our university's Office for Open Educational Resources, or OER, to create this publicly accessible textbook. With a browser tool called Hypothesis, students read and annotate the digital textbook prior to class, and then I craft a lecture with their questions embedded in my lectures, seen here. The lab modules for each subsystem are also in this textbook in procedure form, but we also host a demo and Q&A section for each lab, a section of the structures lab seen here. The lab modules are specifically designed around the ARTEMIS CUBESAT kit, so the activity can act both as an educational demo and as engineering analysis towards spaceflight. As a part of this kit, we have open source software based upon the Hawaii Spaceflight Lab flight software called Cosmos. All of our designs, code, and software tutorials can be found on our GitHub, which you can see on our left. And then this software and software tutorials that range from getting your Cosmos environment set up to communicating with your baseline payload is seen on the right here. And I can share these slides if you're interested in getting these links. So finally, I wanted to just touch on our involvement with a broad swath of strategic partners. So we worked with as many strategic partners that were willing to collaborate with us to hear about their needs in a CUBE satellite kit and educational program. We've asked them to attend our reviews, so engineering design reviews, ask questions, give feedback, and when the kit is done, to receive the kit, gather students, and follow along in our open source public domain course. At the end of the online course, we would discuss the effectiveness of the course and kit to make a better revision if funding allows. We originally proposed to collaborate with all of our Hawaiian Island community colleges, seen in this map here, and a couple of institutions in Washington to focus on underrepresented Native Hawaiian, Native American, and first-gen students. We've since then accumulated some space grant institutions from the National Space Grant meeting in February. After advertising this collaboration, we added Oregon, South Dakota, I think Nevada, and North Dakota. So after our kickoff meeting with the Office of STEM Engagement, the Space Technology Mission Director and Chief Economist meeting, the Chief Economist urged us to consider adding these other states that are immature in the CubeSat launch initiative map that you see here, because that office really wants every state to launch a CubeSat. That is all to say that we are trying to be as inclusive as possible and have taken on 4 more institutions that we were not originally funded for to meet the wishes of the Chief Economist. So if you want to work with us or buy a kit, please get in touch. I'll just leave this information for you. So if you need to contact me, this is the email. If you want to see our design, our software, please go to our GitHub. And then if you'd like to check out our textbook, please go to this site. And with that, I just want to acknowledge our funding and support from the NASA Office of STEM Engagement and the Space Grant community. So thank you. I'll take questions now.
Wonderful. I'm going to start with one question that Jay put in the chat, and then I'm going to have all of our speakers join us for our full discussion. And so Jay asks, in my own community college teaching, I found students to imagine themselves unqualified to do engineering since they feel inadequate at math. Many times that's not the case and they know plenty. Other times they do need some help. Do you find your target student audience, early undergrad students or community college students, already have the necessary math background, or do you have a means to help provide the background?
I think that is a really sad problem, the feeling of like an imposter in qualifications. But in this textbook, all of the fundamental knowledge that one would anticipate knowing coming into the course is linked to many Wikipedia articles, many different other supporting materials that are publicly accessible, such that if you feel that you don't have this background, that you can, bring yourself up to speed in a self-guided way. Thank you for that question. And this project is aimed to get those students involved, to have them feel that they are qualified and that this is as accessible as possible.